Lloyd Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. Good morning. Today is the 10th of June, and although we're principally at the Classic Motor Hub near Bibury in Gloucestershire for the HubNut social event, there are quite a few other cars here, so I've decided to make a video about these others as well. We'll go inside the two buildings they have, and we'll have a look at what else someone else has bought, and there's a club as well next to the hangar at the back there. They bought some cars, so we'll just see what's here. Once again, I apologise for any incorrect information if I fall over, and I generally make a hash of it. It's just the way it goes in this channel. 1999 to 2000 Lotus lease. I've already heard the security system going off on this, so I'm not going to get too close. Lots of sort of random parts. Mirrors from a Metro. Interior switches from a Peugeot 205, I think they are, and then column stalks from, I think it's a Corsa B actually. I think that is just the 111S, this one, so I think this will have the VBC engine in it, but I don't know. Registered by Bell and Colville down near Guildford. It's be quite worth a lot of money now. I mean, look at these sills. I wouldn't mind trying to get in and out of that in a hurry. Bit of a contrast here. 2023 Citroen C5X. It's the new model that's just come out. I don't know what I think about this, to be honest. I don't know what it is. It looks a bit like an estate or hatchback. It's a bit too sort of low to be an SUV. I don't know what to make of it, really. Answer the comment section below. It's certainly weird enough to be a Citroen. Oh, now viewers, now this is more like it. Aston Martin V8. Be from the 1970s, they're similar to the one that Rowan Atkinson owns. It was in the third Johnny English film, I think. The Living Daylights car was a bit later than this. It was a 1980s car. This is the 70s one. But that is, it's rather nice, isn't it? And we've got Focus Estate with some interesting wheels on it. Sorry. Interesting wheels on it. I don't know why those wheels are on that. That's strange. Maybe somebody could explain to me why you'd put those wheels onto your 72 plate Focus Estate. Mark II Jaguar XK here. Is this an R or is this just a normal one? Whilst we're finding out, we can have a look at this very nice cream leather interior. I'd love to have a go in one of these videos. Oh, it is an R. Don't know what year it is exactly. It's a pre-facelift one, I think, this. That's very nice. BMW Z3, it's a 3 litre. That's a 2.2. It's quite a late one, it's a 51 plate. I think these finished around 2003 from memory. I have driven one of these. It was in this colour. It was actually owned by James Martin and Chatham on Cars at the time, and that was most enjoyable. But 2.2 I'm sure is enjoyable too. Bay windows Vauxhall in here. I think it's a right-hand drive. 7071 registration in very, very nice condition. No, sorry, it's left-hand drive. Sorry, most of them are these days. 2006 to 7 Mazda RX-8. Again, another car that I've actually driven myself. It's a much later one than this. It was I think they called it the Rev 3, the one that I drove, I can't remember, or R3. They're certainly very fascinating, but they do not have best condition reliability. Is this one of these Jaguar XE Project 8s or something? Certainly looks a bit more purposeful than the standard ones. Yes, it is a Project 8. Excellent. Another release here, another 111. It's a Mark II. Obviously only very recently discontinued in this shape. And there's all the F1 Championship victories on the side there too. MG Midget with the square arch. I think forget what mark this is, but it's a 7071. Do apologise for the music in the background here, there's not an awful lot I can do about that. And then we've got one of the Amis is leaving. Porsche 928 S4. As far as I remember, this is some point of the 1980s. So there's an earlier one than this actually at the HubNut event. That is a later one. Advice for you viewers: do not leave your windows open and the car alarm on, because it tends to do that. Ooh. Jaguar X-Type 3 litre 2005 registration. I have driven an X-Type, but it was an earlier one. It's a 2002 with the 2.1 V6 with front-wheel drive. This is the all-wheel drive. That's dead fancy, isn't it? Big old Range Rover here. Can't remember the model code on these, to be honest, now, viewers. Porsche 911. I think this is the 991 type. Could be wrong. I'm very bad on this sort of thing, viewers. Very, very bad. Oh, it's a GT3. I think this is the same shape as well, this one. Oh, it's a turbo. Oh, it's even got the side drive. You can't really see them on camera, but it does say 911 turbo on the side there. Right, let's go have a look at some of these buildings, shall we? Some very tasty treats in here. Wow. Jaguar XK150. Sometimes they do give you a little information sheet on these, on this they don't. VK, I wonder if that was originally a Jaguar sort of press car or something, but it's left-hand drive, so I don't really know. Interesting. E-Type Series 1 Coupe. This one is a very early one, it's a 3.8 actually. I wonder if it's got the flat floor. I can't quite see. Such a beautiful design, worth now an awful lot of money. Like most of his stuff in here. Yes, this little racing car here, this 1953 Cooper Alta, is price on application. We don't need to tell you, because if you have to ask, you can't afford it. 1967 Aston Martin DB6 Mark I, Dubonnet Red, which was also the original colour of BMT 216A, which you can see in an episode of The Saint from 1963, The Noble Sportsman, driven by Anthony Quayle. It was resprayed later for Goldfinger. Real Shelby Cobra, well, 64 Shelby Cobra 289 in lovely shade of British Racing Green. Again, price and application. If you have to ask, you can't afford it. Yeah, it's actually got a B plate on it. Ooh, view is very, very nice. Beige leather interior with wooden piping. I do like a nice beige leather interior. Oh, this has actually got a price on it. It's left-hand drive. 1954 Jaguar XK120 drop-head coupe. Yeah, continuation plate on that. Only 54, £99,000. So 67 this AC. Is this a real one? Gosh, it is, yeah, it's a 289, 67, £525,000. Yes, that's why the replica Cobras are considerably more affordable. Considerably so. And then we've got a 1930 Riley Brookland. Isn't it interesting? Riley used to make stuff like this. By 69, when the Riley brand was discontinued, they were just sort of making rebadged versions of other BMC cars. There we go, someone's obviously been doing some competition. We've got a little trip meter there. Oh, we like this. We certainly do. 1961 Austin Healey 3000 Mark II X-Factory demonstrator. I thought I recognised the plate. It's got the hard top, 115,000. I'm not at all surprised, not in the slightest. We've got something that I actually prefer even more than this Healy, a Jensen Interceptor, and it's a mere snip at 59,995. 1974, it's a Series 3, restored by Bespoke Auto Developments. Excellent. Optional 2-year warranty available. I think if I was buying an Interceptor, I might take them up on the offer of that 2-year warranty. And there's a DB5, 1964. Is that by any chance got a beige leather interior, viewers? It's sort of more biscuit, but you know, it'll do, won't it? No wood, actually, interestingly enough. No wood in that at all. And how much is this lovely DB5? £695,000, and used the basis of the Airfix DB5. Excellent. More Jaguar XK goodness. Say XK 140, 1954, open 2-seater. Spats on the rear wheels, like on the Mark 1 2.4. There we go, more Le Mans winning victories on the badge. Another Series 1 E-Type, it's a coupe, 3.8. Yeah, again, I don't know why this particular one doesn't have the information sheet in it. Again, the Coventry plate could be original British Jaguar. 1971 Aston Martin DBS V8. Now, the car used in the Persuaders by Roger Moore had these same wheels on it, but it actually just was a normal 6-cylinder one. I presume they just couldn't supply a V8 to them in time. Body earth restoration last year, running in miles only, upgraded suspension, matching numbers, £289,000, and complete with beige leather interior. It seems Aston Martin didn't mind giving you a beige leather interior. They just didn't give you any wood with it, which is fair enough. Ooh, Maserati 3500 GT in right-hand drive. Wow. Now these are rare, aren't they? 61 Vignale Spider, one of only 5 right-hand drive cars built. Recent class won at Salon Privé. Wow. £725,000. An Alvis. You like this, viewers? 1933 Alvis Speed 20 SA Cross Ellis Long Wing Tourer. 12-year restoration. Well, it's very nice, but at over £100,000, I don't think we'll be taking that home. Ooh, you hop over the side, no door. We've got to be a real man to drive one of these, of course. 1932 Lagonda 3-litre Type 2 Tourer, again £125,000. It's a very similar one of these, used in the 1962-3 series of the Avengers. And then we've got a Bentley. Is this a 4 1/4 views? Yes, it is. It's a 4 1/4 part ward coupe with biscuit interior, matching numbers, straight to 6. Feature newest Bentley books, and if it's, you know, something you have to ask about, then you can't afford it, can you? Got some motorbikes in here as well, but I'm not really knowledgeable about those. And we've got very, very nice XK. 52 XK 120 SE, 5-speed gearbox, electric power steering, upgraded cooling system, better brakes. I guess if that was my car, I'd want all those things. But I don't think I could afford £345,000. What's this one here. Oh, it's Oscar. Yes, I've heard of these. 1956 Oscar MT4, which got a twin spark engine, 1.5, 475. That one is. Then Maserati from 1934 here, 4CS, £395,000, eligible for the Mini Minia. Then final car in here, on the trickle charger, 1935 Fraser Nash Shelsley. Again, if you have to ask, you can't afford it. Flat radiator. Fraser Nash, I think, lasted until the 50s from memory. Right, let's have a look at the other building, shall we? Goodness me, a 1990 long-line light strike vehicle, formerly owned by Ludovic Lindsay. I don't know who he is, but I know who Bear Grylls is. Restored to full Gulf War specification with decommissioned Browning machine gun. I've never heard of one of these for viewers at all. Never heard of one of these. It's pretty interesting. Gosh, you can sit in the back as well. A bit more familiar with these E-types. It's a 4.2. I think the 4.2s came in as 65. In fact, this is a 65. It's a very early 4.2. It's restored by XK Engineering. Original market right-hand drive car, £185,000. We talked about Fraser Nash earlier on, weren't we? This is a Fraser Nash BMW. They are the company who made them in this country. This is a 37, it's a 3151. Bodywork by Tanners of Fulham. £75,000. It's a very stylish car, isn't it? That's extremely stylish at the back. Look at that! Wow. Something really old here. Vintage Benz 2445 6-speed Tourer from 1909. So this car is well over 100 years old. I think we've seen this actually last time we were here. A bit more affordable. It's a 1924 Citroen 5 horsepower Type C. This is only 99 years old. Oh right, so it's actually an official right-hand drive UK car. I mean, that would be a bit tricky for me to actually drive something like that. And again, you either have to jump over the side or just get in the passenger door. Oh yes, it's a Bentley Special. 3.8 litre Bentley Special. It means it was originally a 3 litre and it's got an 8 litre engine put in it. I actually went for a passenger ride on one similar to this. It was actually 4.5 Special rather than an 8 litre Special. But yeah, classic colour, very nice. Maserati A6 GCS Monofado. Again, if you have to ask, you can't afford it. Citroen SM. I think we saw this last time we came here in January. 71. Bought it from France 2019, 49,500. Ferrari 355, I think this isn't. Yes, it is a 355 manual. £80,000, and there's that gated gear lever. Wonderful, all the controls are down there. It's a very pretty car, isn't it? Rosso Corsa, of course. Very rare car here. Wow. 1924 Aston Martin side valve, 99 years old. Displayed at the Brooklands, 1 to 61. Bradford and Martin, so very early indeed. And then we've got a massive S-Class Coupe S600 with the V12 engine. I think this has been palatable to me. I mean, Aston Martin's interesting, but this is more palatable to me. Look at all those buttons there. all the luxury. And how much this sort of thing is. £65,000. Formerly from the Sultan of Brunei. One of the biggest car collectors in the entire world is the Sultan of Brunei. Chevy Corvette here. Definitely been used for some circuit racing, hasn't it? 1962 Corvette C1. £95,000. Raced at Le Mans and Goodwood. Excellent. MGC GT, okay, so it's definitely an MGC rather than a B. It's a 1969, a very late one. It's a Sebring replica. It's only £70,000 to use. And that's got a beige leather interior as well. I mean, how can you go wrong? Austin Healey here, one of the big Healeys, with the incredibly awkward transmission. It's only got 3 speeds. Oh my goodness. It's 54. Yeah. Oh, it's a BN1, 104 BN1. £48,000. I once sold one of these for a friend on eBay in 2005. I think it only reached 16, so they've obviously gone up a bit since then. 911 here. Just before the 964s came in. This is an 88, it's a turbo cabrio. Does it only have a 4-speed gearbox? Yes, it does. Yep, before the 964s came in, this turbo and others like it only got 4 speeds. GT3 RS, so a bit of a newer one here. So 2010, it's 911 GT3 RS. Excellent. Last one in here, it looks like a D-type or a C-type. Ooh, I don't know. I'm just going to say C-type, but I don't know. MG Midget's just leaving. There's something I've not seen before, is this Defender. Now, a lot of them have sort of plug-in hybrid powertrains and other things. This is a V8. This looks like the 130, if I'm not mistaken. This will be expensive, won't it? That'll be a really, really expensive car. There's a club here called the Drinks Squared Club. I don't know what significance that is. It looks like they've got some sort of performance orientated cars here. The Smart 4 Golf GTI has been breathed on a bit. Those wheels certainly aren't standard, are they? Don't know what engine that is in there now. And of course we've got Mark II Focus ST here with the 5-cylinder white block engine in it. It's very familiar because I used to own a car with that engine. Fortunately it died earlier this year. Never mind. Anyway, I think we'll just have a little look at the back and see if anything else has turned up at this HubNut event. Nissan Note 2014 to 15. This is the 2nd generation one. Don't know an awful lot about these, to be honest with you. That Mercedes B-Class we're going to have to avoid. Just check the rest of the stuff here to make sure that we don't get caught out again. 2021 Volkswagen Tiguan R-Line. Yeah, this has an engine that we can discuss. I think this colour's quite nice. I mean, the rest of it is just one of these sort of, you know, cars you sort of see everywhere, isn't it? But, yeah, I like the colour of that. Something else that I've noticed as well in the back of here is this Audi TT. It's a 1st generation TT. I got offered one of these, but for some reason I couldn't actually, you know, work out a time to go and film it. I would like to do one of these on my channel actually. Don't know what engine's this one. So it's got the double exhaust, so it's not the base one, which have been the 180. It's probably the 225, but I wouldn't be able to say. And then here we go. Very nice MGB. 72, 73 registration. It seems to sit quite high for some reason. I'm not sure why. Nice dark green. We like dark green MGBs, viewers. Most satisfying. 2019 Skoda Karoq. I've actually filmed one of these on my channel before. We did the Christmas special in, oh gosh, 2020 was a Skoda Karoq. This one's got the TSI engine. Like, if it's a 4x4, it's probably the 2 litre, I would have thought. That's it. Say hello to Ian. Hello, Ian.
Hello.
Right, well, that's a nice place to end these 2 videos at Classic Motor Hub, the HubNut social event, and then other cars that are here. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like to leave a comment below, and we shall see you, I think, later on today for the first part of many, many, many shambolic shuffles around the Bromley pageant of motoring.